All right, we'll get started in just a second. I'm just going to make sure the sound is still working. I think we're good. All right, hey everyone, Ryan from Ebike Escape. We have another live unboxing this evening. In this video, we're going to be unboxing the Flyer folding cargo electric bike. There will be a link in the description if you're looking at purchasing any of the Flyer electric bikes. Using that link supports Ebike Escape and makes our review videos possible. Now, Flyer is the same company, Radio Flyer. If you're aware of their child wagons, they offer tons of different products for children, kind of a well-known brand here in the US, and they have expanded into e-bikes. We'll have our full review of their long-tail cargo electric bike up here in the next few weeks. But one of the reasons that I wanted to check out their folding cargo bike is because we're going to be going on a trip, and I think this bike is going to fit our needs for that trip because it is folding and it still has the capability of putting a child on the rear. So we'll get into a little bit of that in this video, but we'll have a full review as well. Also, if you want to help support the channel, other links down in the description, our electric bike accessories list, top e-bike brands page, and of course our electric bike discounts code page. Now, this bike is currently priced at $16.99, offered in 4 different colors. And it's a lighter electric bike, which is one thing that I think is great. It has a smaller battery, smaller motor, and that results in a bike that you can carry much more easily. I believe that on their website, they say the bike is 52 pounds. And the net weight here is 52.9 pounds. The other thing that I noticed that I wasn't aware of, at least right now, they have a free trial kind of period. So if you want to test out one of their electric bikes, you can get it shipped to your house. I forget how many days it is. Maybe it's 30 days. They have the stipulations on their website, but that's really cool if you want to test out an electric bike that you're likely going to purchase. I wouldn't, get this bike shipped to you if you're not serious about buying it, but if it has less than 10 miles on it and is free of kind of any usage, then you can ship it back to them if it's not a bike for you. The other thing that I did look at that I want to make sure I call it is the battery is UL certified. Of course, we've seen more people talking about that with e-bike related fires as of late. And so I think we'll see more companies pay closer attention to whether they are UL certified or not. Now, obviously, if you were potentially going to return this bike, you wouldn't want to cut the box. And you can see here, I believe the bike is going to be folded in here, at least I'm fairly certain. So smaller box, which is nice. And we'll see how much is actually assembled. I'm curious myself. Now, I think some people looking at this electric bike are going to think that it's a little bit more expensive compared to some other folding bikes. And I think there's a few reasons that justify that cost increase that may or may not matter to you, but Radio Flyer is, it's a well-known brand. I think it goes without saying that they already have a reputation in the market. While they're new to electric bikes, they're a bigger company, and I have to imagine they're going to do their best to keep customers happy. And you can see how well packaged this bike is. Obviously, we had to go with the red because that is the Radio Flyer red is the traditional color way. While this red doesn't quite match it, I still think it looks really sharp. And again, if you are joining me live, you can feel free to ask any questions. The reason I do these videos is if for some reason you have a burning question. I looked today, I think we've had 13,000 comments. I can't remember if that's lifetime or this year, but it's very difficult for us to respond to everyone. So if you have a question about this electric bike or anything else, this is the best time to ask me. These accessories are kind of right here in the top, and the bike's not going to fall over on me. So let's pop them open. And I always like to caveat these videos as well. I'm not a bike mechanic. This is not a tutorial. I would rely on any information that Flyer has on their website about install, and of course, go with a trusted bike shop if you don't have confidence in your ability to assemble an electric bike. And we're getting the charger open here. So this is, at least from the bikes that I've reviewed, this is a custom charger. This is not something that Flyer, at least from my knowledge, just kind of took. A lot of times I'll get the same chargers that are cross-compatible across multiple electric bikes, but this could be a different manufacturer that they went with, but it's, their brand name is on it. They have the red cord, of course, to match their brand. It is a 2-amp charger still. So nice looking charger. Not that that's everything, but I'll definitely know that that is the Flyer charger. All right, let's see what else we have here. Okay, it looks like we have the standard toolkit bag that we see on many electric bikes. Screwdriver and some Allen keys. Looks like everything you need to get the bike set up. Set those to the side. Okay, looks like... I was going to say maybe they forgot a pedal, but I'm going to guess that the other pedal is actually installed, so they just give you one here. And of course it is a folding, and this is a plastic pedal. So nice for compactability. And of course all the advertising for other products that Flyer offers. Their Mini Model S, I believe, their Tesla Model S. I think that's really cool. If you maybe can't get a real Model S, get your kid one. It looks like some other fun products that they offer. So that's cool. Even bounce houses. And of course, they offer electric scooters, and here's their other lineup. So this is the folding cargo. I believe it's also known as the M860, I want to say. But then they have the M880, which is their fat tire bike that also has the cargo capability. And then, of course, the Flyer L885, which is the bike we'll have a review on. JT's working on that one. And I'll show it towards the end of this video, but one of the things that really stands out about Flyer is their the amount of detail that they pay to accessories, which I really think makes a big difference, especially for some of these cargo electric bikes. So really thorough instructions here. Highly recommend whatever electric bike you buy, especially from a company like Flyer. You know, all their documentation is going to be really good. So certainly appreciate that, especially if you're not used to unboxing and setting up electric bikes. All right, let's see what else we can remove here. Really thorough packaging. Got the battery behind the seat tube. Now I'm going to see how this fits on our rack, our bike rack on our vehicle. I'm going to be curious because it does have the skirt guard towards the rear, which is going to complicate things a little bit. And again, if you are just joining us, feel free to ask any questions in the comment section. This is the Flyer folding cargo electric bike. Link in the description if you happen to be looking at one. Supports Ebike Escape. Start taking off some of the packaging here. I have my side snips here. What I really like about some of these folding electric bikes is they come more assembled than most electric bikes, which is nice, and very compact, as you can see. Protection up here in the front where the hinge is. This is a 10 amp hour battery, still a 48 volt system, which I think is important. Looks like we might have to install the kickstand here. And I'm going to assume that is due to the fact that, yeah, this is a kind of a two-sided kickstand, which is really cool for stability. And so you can imagine that this would be pretty difficult because it's so wide to have this on the bike for shipping. Looks like it's all greased up and everything, so we'll have to get that installed. And there are warning tags around this electric bike. Ensure the kickstand is properly aligned to the frame and tighten the bolt to 30 Newton meters. Okay, let's see. Maybe pull this out a little bit. Lots of protection over here on the other side as well. One of the nice things is the cardboard kind of acts as a stand. So that's helping keep the bike stable even though it doesn't have its kickstand attached. Lots of zip ties around this bike. All right, so there's the handlebars. Looks like we might actually have to attach it . Integrated front light located up at the handlebars, mechanical disc brakes, right hand twist throttle, and yes, this is going to be a single speed electric bike. Class 2, top speed of 20 miles per hour. Just trying to figure out when I should unfold it. One of the nice things is I don't have to attach that front wheel. Okay, let's see if we can spin this around quick. More packaging. We've got the Tektro Aries mechanical disc brakes, at least for the calipers. Component that I'm very familiar with, and as far as mechanical disc brakes go, I personally think they perform really well. I do still have a stand for the bike to sit on. And I'm going to try taking the cardboard off here. There we go. Extremely well packaged. A light integrated into the rear of the fender. All right, let's see if there's any other zip. Yep, there are more zip ties holding the frame together. It's hard to imagine any way they could improve their packaging on this bike. There we go. Now that front is free. Set the handlebars down and swing this over. Very nice. And I'll lock that lever into place. And they did an excellent job with the cable management. Put these handlebars up just to get them out of the way. Now, let's see. I think what I'm going to want to do next, and like I said, that front pedal, the left pedal is installed and the right one is not. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to install the kickstand. And I'm going to assume that it flips up to the rear. Let's see. So that's the down position, and then up. At least I'm assuming. Or sorry, that's in the up position, and then it would go down. I think I have this right. Again, not a tutorial, but I will use their wrench on this. I think it's probably a 6 or an 8 here. And before I tightened it all the way, I just wanted to make sure that it is indeed the right way, and yes, I think it is. So get this kickstand installed. I do want to make sure this is not cross-threaded before I go any further. So besides this, installing the kickstand, and let's see, we'll get a pedal on. Fenders are already installed. Front wheels already on. So pretty easy setup. Okay, there we go. This might be the most difficult part of this. It'd be ideal to lean the bike up against perhaps a wall or have someone else just hold the bike. It's just a little tight getting this Allen in here, and I'll actually show it off here, just in case you're curious. That is a sturdy kickstand. That is nice. So it's going to be in the down position. And if you are watching this live, I'd love to hear what electric bike you own, what electric bikes you're looking at. Are you looking at a flyer? This also appears to be a custom battery pack as opposed to some of the generic ones that we see. And there's markings here, so you know, like if the battery is in place, it looks like battery indicator on the top. And auto cage bosses. All right, I'm going to stop there. I will finish putting that on after we wrap up, only because it's going to take a little bit of time, but I will install the other pedal quick. I really like the chain guard over here on the opposite side, the right side. Remember, your right pedal is going to be reverse threaded. And we'll use the 15mm wrench for that. Tighten that down. Okay, great. Okay, next step is going to be these handlebars right here. Let's see. Looks like we might have to the wheel straight there. I think we might actually have to adjust the stem a little bit. I am going to just reference the bike on their website quick. All right, so those go forward. So this actually has to be like this and then turned. So I believe we'll have to loosen up the headset here. Because these handlebars are not facing the right direction. All right, so these appear to be loose, so that's good. Okay. There we go. And that's going to go forward. Now, I am going to leave that loose, at least for the time being, because I want to make sure that the handlebars are straight. And sometimes it's just easier to see what's going on when you actually are over the bike or you ride it a couple times. Really nicely done with the cable management. Just make sure. Okay. Let's see. Trying to make sure that these are arranged. So I think we're going to go like this and install them like that. remove this little plate here. Yeah, and they do have on the seat tube listed number 860. So it is the M860, though on their website it's just called the folding cargo electric bike. Small LCD screen located on the left side. Nice ergonomic grips. I just have to rotate. I'm going to stand over the bike just to get a sense of where these handlebars are. All right, so further forward, probably about there. This light can obviously be adjusted if need be. These handlebars where I want them. We do have a bell up here. And I don't see branding on the levers, but they do resemble the Tektro brakes, Tektro levers. And the right-hand thumb throttle is a little bit different than I've seen on other electric bikes. It's not the standard one. It's got a little grip on it. So see how that feels riding the bike. Again, usually after these live unboxings, I'll go through the entire bike and do a secondary safety check, which I highly recommend. All right, we can take off a little bit more of the packaging here. Plastic fenders. Here's the brakes. Bolt-on front axle. And just a few more spots. Packaging. Now there's some kind of a adapter here. I'm going to assume maybe the pegs are mounted back here, and there's a rubber strap back here as well. So I'll have to dig into, and there's actually a handle on the battery. I really like that. I don't know, maybe this is a handle to lift up the bike. I'll do some more research on that for our full review. Now, one of the things that I talked about a little bit earlier is the amount of accessories and the quality of the accessories. Now, Flyer did go ahead and send us a Thule Up Maxi seat, which will sit beautifully right here. So you can imagine sit in the back here. Of course, this is a folding cargo electric bike. And we do have some really cool other accessories as well that I will probably install after the video. But we have this really nice front basket, and then they have this bag. It has zippers and snaps. It's just really nicely done, high quality. You can tell it's just purpose built for the company. This is not just off the shelf kind of stuff they're using. And so you can just remove their nameplate there, and you can imagine a rack in the front. So that's really cool. Jimmy says, I have the Magnum Lowrider. Very cool. I have actually seen a few of the Magnum electric bikes, but I have not reviewed any of them. Now I'm going to show off a few other things here. Looks like, I'm not sure on this. I'm going to imagine that this is for a different bike that they send you with the cargo kit, perhaps for the fat tire bike. So I'm assuming this will not be used on this bike, but they do also have a seat and handlebars that you can install here. And then I won't show, it comes in multiple pieces, but what I'm really excited for, and I believe it's still going to work with the Thule seat, is you can kind of have this cage that both helps protect your son or daughter here in the rear, but also gives them something to hang on to, which I really like. So hopefully that will work with the Thule seat. If not, it'll just work with the seat pad. And that's kind of how we plan to use this electric bike. This was one of the reasons that we wanted to take this particular bike on a trip with us, because we can have storage in the front on the small front rack and then have a child in the rear. And then, of course, if you wanted additional accessories, you can have more cargo space. I believe in the rear, they have a rear rack or a rear basket, I want to say, or you could just put a DIY one on there. But the versatility of being a young family, having the child seat is, almost a must-have on any electric bike that we're going to be riding for a period of time, unless it's a cargo electric bike that holds 2 kids. But what's nice is now with a bike like this, it's still pretty light, a little bit more nimble than a full cargo electric bike. And so, for instance, my wife can be on one bike and have one child on there, and then I can be on the other and have a child in the rear, which I think is going to work out quite well. This is a little bit more of a unique frame design. I actually think it looks quite nice. Some of the folding bikes can just look a little weird and cobbled together, but I actually kind of like what they've done, especially this bar here, because a lot of times with the folding bikes, you see the seat tube come down and then the crank is down there, and there's nothing. The crank is down there, but you don't have any, tubing to kind of make it look like it was kind of meant to be, which is why I usually like the step through ones, because the frame comes down into here. But I think this bar aesthetically makes it actually look quite nice. Again, it is a single speed, so going to be a very simple electric bike. But they have this for sure set up for hauling kids and cargo, which is going to be our main use case. If you followed the channel for any time period, we are huge fans of cargo electric bikes. So very excited to dig into Flyer's offering, and really excited to share some of their really awesome accessories, like this front basket, just really nicely done. So I will give everyone another 30 seconds or so. If you have any other questions, feel free to let me know in the comment section. Always like to hear from the audience. Again, a link to this bike down in the description. I'm really excited for it. We'll be putting on some decent miles on this electric bike on some upcoming travel, so stay tuned. We're going to be talking about what bike racks we use, some of the things that we think about when we're traveling with our electric bikes, the foldability of a couple electric bikes, not just this one. So some things you might want to keep in mind if you're on the road. So be sure to stay tuned for some of that content. And if you are watching this after the fact, feel free to ask any questions. We try to read at least all of our comments. They help kind of guide us and when we do our review videos and what models people are interested in. All right, with that, thanks everyone for joining me for this unboxing. We'll be out with some more reviews, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.